Hello everyone, DeckTrolls here, and today I have for you my Watt Thunder Dragon deck. Yeah, it's lots of fun. I've been testing it out a lot on Dueling Nexus, and so, by the way, if you ever wanna run into me online, Dueling Nexus is the place to go. I go there somewhat frequently. Yeah, let's get into this. We've got 3 Watt Draft. This card can attack your opponent directly. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by a direct attack, your opponent cannot activate spell trap effects or monster effects until the end of the phase. End phase of this turn. You got 3 Watt Cobra. This card can attack your opponent directly. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by direct attack, add 1 Watt monster from your deck to your hand. You got 2 Watt Pheasant. This card can attack your opponent directly. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by direct attack, select 1 face-up monster on the field and remove it from play until the end phase of this turn. Got 2 Watt Hopper. Your opponent cannot select other face-up Watt monsters as an attack target or target them with card effects. Now, this is a very important monster, and it is the first monster that I tried to get out on the field, both copies, because that way you can perform a lock where none of your Watt monsters can be either attacked or targeted for effects, because this one says you can only target it, this one says you can only target it. So since they both say the same thing, that means you can't target either for any Watt monsters. The Thunder Dragon support will not be included, only Watts. But yeah, this is my first go-to plan. Very important. You got, lastly, 2 Watt Barracks. It is a level 3 tuner. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by a direct attack, discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand. Now for Thunder Dragons, we run 3 Thunder Dragon Dragon Matrix. Quick effect: you can discard this card, target 1 Thunder monster your opponent controls, and it gains 500 attack. If this card is banished or sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add 1 Thunder Dragon Matrix from your deck to your hand. You can only use Thunder Dragon Matrix once per effect per turn, and only once that turn. And you got 3 Thunder Dragon Hawk. You can discard this card, special summon 1 of your Thunder Dragon monsters that is banished or in the graveyard except Thunder Dragon Hawk. If this card is banished or sent from the field to the graveyard, you can shuffle any number of cards from your hand into the deck, then draw the same number of cards. You can only use 1 Thunder Dragon Hawk effect per turn, and only once that turn. Right, that's it. Now, we got 3 Shining Angels. When a card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon when this card, my bad, not a card, this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 light monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck in face-up attack position. Generally, you will either try to summon Watt Cobra or your Watt Hopper. Just saying. Advice. You got 1 Bro Hunter. When this card is normal summon, you can add 1 level 4 light Thunder type monster from your deck to your hand, except Bro Hunter. 1 Ma Hunter. Once per turn, you can normal summon 1 level 4 light Thunder type monster from your hand, except Ma Hunter, in addition to your normal summon. and 1 Paw Hunter. Once per turn, you can normal summon 1 level 4 light thunder type monster from your hand, except Paw Hunter, as an additional normal summon. Alright, that's it for our main deck monsters. Now for our spells, we got 2 Watt Castle. Any monster that attacks a Watt monster loses 1,000 attack after damage calculation. We got 2 Recycling Batteries. Add 2 Thunder type monsters with 1500 or less attack from your graveyard to your hand. Three double summons. You can normal summon 1 additional time this turn. You can only gain this effect once per turn. Got 2 Inferno Reckless Summon. That is to get out your Watt Hoppers to create that lock. It's quick play spell. When exactly 1 monster with 1500 or less attack is special summoned to your field while your opponent controls a face-up monster, special summon as many monsters as possible with the same name as the summoned monster from your hand, deck, and graveyard in attack position. Also, your opponent special summons as many monsters as possible with the same name as one of their face-up monsters from their hand, deck, and graveyard. You got 3 Swords of Revealing Light. After this card's activation, it remains face-up on the field, but you must destroy it during the end phase of your opponent's third turn. When this card is activated, if your opponent controls a face-down monster, flip all monsters they control while this card is face-up on the field. Your opponent cannot declare an attack. Lastly, for the spells, you got 2 Instant Fusion. Pay 1,000 life points, special summon 1 level 5 or lower fusion monster from the extra deck. The fusion monster special summoned by this effect cannot attack and is destroyed during the end phase. Only 1 instant fusion can be activated per turn. Alright, now for the traps, we only have 2 Thunder Dragons, 100 Thunders. Target 1 Thunder monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Then, you can special summon as many monsters with that name as possible from your graveyard. The monsters special summoned by this effect are banished when they leave the field. Also, while they are face up on the field, you cannot special summon monsters except for Thunder monsters. You can only activate 1 Thunder Dragon's 100 Thunders per turn. This is also one of the best cards to be able to pull out your Watt Hoppers from your graveyard, and it'll instantly get out both of them. So that's great. You'll just have your lock. Or you can summon one of them from your grave, and then use Inferno Reckless Summon, and then get your second. Or maybe just normal summon. Who knows? Alright, now for the extra deck. We have 2 Watt Chimera. Requires 1 Watt Tuner and 1 or more non-tuner Thunder type monsters. It is level 6. This card can attack your opponent directly. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by direct attack, place 1 random card from your opponent's hand to the top of their deck. You got 1 Watt Hydra. Requires 1 Watt Thunder monster or 1 Watt Tuner monster, my bad, and 1 or more non-tuner Thunder type monsters. It is level 7. This card can attack your opponent directly. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by a direct attack, choose 1 card in the deck and remove it from play. Add it to the hand during the second standby phase after activating this card effect. Because this card is so slow, I only have 1 of them, but I wanted it for the fact that it is a Watt monster, and I just like having the card. Alright, we got 2 Kaminari Attack. It is a level 5 monster. You're going to summon this out with Instant Fusion because you're going to want to summon a Thunder Dragon monster, fusion monster, with this card. Basically, you're gonna want it to summon Thunder Dragon Titan. So he can be special summoned by sending to the graveyard one Thunder Fusion monster and one Thunder monster from your hand. So instant fusion monster from your hand, or Thunder monster from your hand, then you can get into your Thunder Dragon Titan. So must be either fusion summoned or special summoned by banishing one Thunder monster from your hand and one Thunder Fusion monster you control, except Thunder Dragon Titan, in which case you do not use polymerization. When a Thunder monster effect is activated in the hand even during the damage step, quick effect, you can destroy one card on the field. If this card would be destroyed by card effect, you can banish 2 cards from your graveyard instead. I like to think of him as a 3-headed Shenron, because that's honestly what he looks like. Alright, we got 2 Hit Pashinnigan. Requires 2 light monsters. All light monsters on the field gain 500 attack and defense. Also, all dark monsters on the field lose 400 attack and defense. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target 1 light monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only use the effect of Hit Pashinnigan once per turn. And lastly, we have 2 Summer Summoner. Requires 2 Thunder monsters. Once per turn, quick effect, you can discard 1 card, then target 1 Thunder monster your opponent in your graveyard, except a Link monster. Special summon it to your zone that this card points to. Alright guys, that is my Watt Thunder Dragon deck. So yeah, tell me what you think. What did you like? What did you dislike? What would you do to improve it? Please comment below. I like when you guys comment. Remember, I have 100+ budget-friendly decks, so it's going to be a lot of fun content coming your way. You can find me on Dueling Nexus. My name is DeckTrolls YouTube. I playtest a lot of new decks that I don't have made yet, but I could in the future. But yeah, I run my budget-friendly decks online. So yeah, please make sure to like and subscribe. Most importantly, have fun.